Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 3 of Owari no Seraph, Nagoya Kessen-hen. And pretty much this episode, it had a lot of things going on with it. No big action in this episode, but a lot of interesting thing that is leading up to the main event in this, I guess, arc of the story right now. And pretty much we learned like a whole bunch of things for going from pretty much we find out that the vampires are of course gonna attack with their main force. I think we learned about that in the last one actually, but it's kind of like for sure now we know, and that's why um Hideaki Kureto also knows, and we see a little bit of the interaction and what kind of relationship him and Gurin have, and what he thinks of Gurin, and how he trusts Gurin because Gurin, unlike him, I guess the way he said it is like he doesn't have it. It's like what he's saying is he pretty much doesn't have humanity. He doesn't believe in comrades, friendship, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, what the heck? You don't believe in that kind of stuff? That's like a bunch of the things he said. It was like that's basic humanity kind of things, and you can't lose that kind of stuff because you're fighting against vampires. So it's kind of like your humanity versus vampires, and if you lose your humanity, you're pretty much monsters just like them in a way. So I don't know. I really don't get what Kureto is doing and his motives and everything. From what he said in this is that he knows that there's probably other human organizations that have survived in around the world as well, and what he plans to do is kill all the vampires on in Japan, and after that not unite with the rest of the you know human organization. He plans on taking them all down and making pretty much him and his army controlling the whole world. I was like, what? Wow, okay. Yeah, just like I thought in the last times I've been talking about, who is the enemy? Is it Gurin? Is it Hideaki, the Hideaki family? Is it the vampires? Is there different good vampires? I don't know. It's really confusing, and in a good way it's confusing. It makes you really think, who is the bad guy? Normally you would just think it's gotta be the vampires. Humans are the good. But in this, it really, really makes you think. And even now, you still don't know for sure if Gurin is just using them for his own needs. Also, he is using them for his own needs, but is it for bad or is it for good? We don't know for sure yet. We do learn about more. Everyone finally told you about what happened to him, transforming, and about Gurin and everything, and he chooses to trust Gurin because of the whole family thing. And honestly, I would trust Gurin too. I still don't know what his full motives are, but I still would rather trust him than Kureto. And he is going to help him with Mika and everything. I honestly believe that. It's just still, I don't know his full motives. I think his motives are still for the good, but not fully. I don't know. Maybe he has his own agenda as well. We'll have to find that out later. But that's what makes it crazy, because there's so much different things that, like, oh, maybe he is good then, but he's still possibility of being bad. There is really no good guys in this show, except I guess you could say maybe the main characters, Shinoa, Yu, Yoichi, Kimizuki, and Mitsuba. But even then, you don't really know for sure. I also did like the interactions between everyone. They're all going to help each other and everything. It's really showing a lot more in this season about family, the trust and strength of their family and everything. And you could see that Shinoa is starting to, she doesn't know for sure, she even talked to Gurin about it, if she's falling for him, but she finally has someone that's relying on her, that's trusting her and everything, and that is of course you. So it's possible that we see their relationship get a little bit more, we see a little bit more from it, and there's a possibility that they are starting to fall for each other and everything. But it's in a good way, that it's not super fast. Like, it's not like, bam, they're like in love with each other. I actually like the way it's developing in a way that I don't know for sure, but it feels good to be relied on and all this kind of stuff. And now that it's slowly we're seeing their relationship blossom more and more, and I like that kind of stuff. I like it. I don't really care. Like, sometimes it's good to have just like outright, oh, I love you, but I like the way it's the relationships in this show is evolving and getting better and better, or worse and worse. Another thing is another part with the vampires. I don't know about Kuru, what her plan is, um, but she pretty much tells Miko the reason why she let him and you live, even though the risk of her getting in trouble, obviously, and everything. And we don't get to hear it, but she sends him on a secret mission. She has some plans for the Seraph of the End, and she told Mika. So I'm not too sure what that is, but that's really on the back of my mind. Like, holy crap, what is it that's got Mika like agreeing to this kind of thing? That he'll pretty much, he's not on the vampire side or the human side. So is Kuruo on the vampire side, or does she have her own agenda? Is she good, or is she even worse? You know, it's really hard to say for all of these characters, and it makes it a really interesting story. And then of course we also saw at the very end Kureto making doing some kind of experiment on someone. I don't know what that is, but he honestly Kureto so far has shown to be like a pure monster. He doesn't care as long as he gets power and all this kind of stuff. So it's really scary, and it's really making me confused on who to believe is the good side and who is the bad side. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it. The next episode is going to be probably a huge battle from the looks of it. Vampires are mobilizing, the humans are mobilizing to kill a bunch of the nobles. I can't wait to see that next battle, to see what happens, how big this action is, and to see if anything more unravels, like Mika seeing, you, something with Gurren. Obviously, we saw another thing I forgot to say. Gurren we saw Shinoa's sister, like, the possession kind of thing, saying, oh, you're supposed to listen to me, not to him. And he's like, shut up. And she disappears. So he obviously is plagued by it and kind of trying to fight it off. But I'm wondering how much of the sister is controlling him. It's really interesting to see that. And it's really crazy to see in the next episode how there's so much things that can possibly unravel and possibly not. It's pretty dang crazy, to be honest. And so far, I've really enjoyed every single episode, and can't wait to see the next episodes. And before I keep babbling on about, how much more stuff I want to see in the next episode, let's stop it here, because so far I pretty much talked about the whole episode and everything. It was really good. I enjoyed everything about it, and can't wait to see the next episode. Is gonna be really crazy, guys. I believe it's gonna be that crazy action episode, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I'm missing you want to talk about, comment below as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.